Alright, we're gonna be working on the old Massey again today, and of course I forgot to charge my GoPro, but I'll give you guys some how it's gonna go down. So I've got the gasket on here, and then I got the backing plate, a brand new one, and this is more for the tractors so they don't eat out the block with the coolant, with the what do they call it, it's electrolysis slash galvanic corrosion. If you can see it right in there, just straight up against the cast iron block. And so if I didn't put that backing plate, it would end up eating that part of the block out and pitting it and all that. So you could run it without it, but you run the risk of hurting the block. So it was like $6, so I ordered one with the water pump. But I got the gasket and everything on it with the RTV. So I'm gonna get this pressure washed while I have this out, and then I'll come back and show you the cleaned up version of old Dirty Bob. And I still got to clean that off and get the filter and run the number and everything. But I'll put you all back on the charger for now, and I'll be back when I'm ready to install. Alright, so we got the brand new water pumps installed. Belt's fairly tight. I can squeeze it with a little bit of deflection. I've got it tight. I don't know if this alternator's actually working. It puts out 12 volts and that's it. So, gotta figure that one out. It's just a simple one wire, but always check your threads when you're putting everything back together, because this thing, these 4 bolts up there, they fought me a little bit. I got hose clamps to tighten it and top it off with coolant. And we'll take her for a spin. We got a bucket full of trash. She's been down for a week and a half, so you know, boxes and junk have piled up, so gotta get her rolling. Ranger's doing good. Fixed the idle air by wang doodling this, and it idled down and it's working properly now. So the 57, took it out for a rip this morning, trying to get the horn button and everything working. Wipers, the last bit of nonsense before we insure it, register it, inspect it, all that fun stuff, because we want to drive it. But nothing to it, nothing fancy really. Small block Chevrolet. It's a Saginaw 4-speed, similar to the one that is over here. It's actually the same thing as that. And I have the shifter set aside right there. I gotta find my bushing kit. But yeah, and then the Model A still sitting right here. I gotta weld this all in and then smooth it and plate it and then taper that. Cab I haven't done anything with recently. Tore this down so I can do some figuring on that. And then we got the beam over here. Still trying to identify it. Those part numbers I found didn't come back as anything significant. I wish I knew what it was, but it is what it is. Might just end up using this old pig. We'll see. But yeah, let's get to the tractor and get that one done. But yeah, it's been a busy few weeks. Can't wait for a legitimate vacation. Not that I've really been doing a whole lot, just be nice to have a vacation every once in a while. But we'll be back, or try that again. I'll bring you back when we're ready to go on this thing. Hose clamps and coolant, nothing special about it, so I'll save the video footage and just show you the finished product. All right, we got her tightened up, coolant's in it, and let's get her started. Always make sure they're out of gear. There we go. Side to side. That's in the middle. All right. Fire right up. Nothing like a cold start. So we'll let her run for a little bit and get the coolant warm, get it circulating, let the thermostat open if there is one. I doubt it has one, haven't checked. But get the air worked out of it. And another little tip is don't mix your coolants. Some of them, Universal, say, oh yeah, they'll work in anything, any type of coolant, any color. Try to stick with the same color because of what they're using in it. Like the color kind of defines what it is. Like this is green. Normally GM products have orange in it, but this has 100% of the green coolant in it. And there's more science behind it, but you start mixing coolants, you can start getting this gel buildup. I don't know if this engine block still has some evidence of it, but there's a lot of corrosion and pitting around these cooling jackets, and a lot of that's like, a lot of the pitting comes from straight water, but mixing coolants can cause that as well. See if I can find the timing cover. Here it is. Well, here's what's left of it. All right, let me show you this. So you see all of that right there? This is coolant that caused the aluminum to completely rot out. And this is byproducts of mixing coolant. You can see how terrible that looks. And this was off of that 5.8 I was just showing you. And these were completely plugged when I was trying to disassemble that engine, but you can see just how gnarly that is. And it broke because it was so corroded on the engine block that he couldn't get it off. And so since the block wasn't hurt, I didn't really worry about a timing cover, because I mean it's a part you can get. It's not insanely expensive. But then come over here, you can see all the corrosion and buildup. You can still see some powder in there. It just kind of flakes off, but it's pretty gnarly. So you don't want to mix coolants if you can avoid it. I mean, if you're stranded out in the middle of nowhere, obviously you're gonna put whatever you can in the car. But the purple stuff right there I got for the Audi. It's European vehicles. Green stuff back there. And I did have some Dex Cool, but I used it all when we did the fuel rail on the Duramax. So, and we have some, I believe, oh, this is extended life. So extended life, you're running a diesel like Freightliner, Cummins, Detroit, PACCAR, stuff like that. They want you to run extended life. It has all of the anti-corrosion, anti-frothing, anti-cavitation. It's all that good stuff. So a little bit of coolant knowledge. So the next project, we're going to change the oil and filter on this thing, because I don't know when the last time it was done, and we need to get that changed out. But you can see here's a block that had straight coolant, like same type of coolant in it, and these are still, they still have the machined lip on them, like they're pretty sharp, nice and smooth. So this block I'm probably going to end up building. So you can see it's mostly surface rust, no heavy pitting, but it needed bearings and a line of hone, so it's got to go to the machine shop regardless of what I want to do. And then this guy, try and find a way to get that one right there. And this car is not overheating, but I want to avoid that scenario at all cost, as much as possible, because this thing, the amount of power that's rolling through it, I would really hate for it to ever get hot. So we are gonna wire that fan on front to a toggle switch up under the dash. That way we can have one fan fully controlled, the other one will have its temperature probe, and then the other thing is vacuum line to the wipers. This guy right here, you pull in and pull out and shut off or turn on the windshield wipers. So I could convert it over to an electrical switch, but I want to see if I can get them running how they were set up from the factory on this this vacuum switch. So that would be nice. But yeah, that's the current projects. Fix the horn, extra cooling, all that fun stuff. But they turned on. Let's see. I can't get them to turn off. That's why I need to fix it. Let's see. Still doesn't like that timing. I gotta figure something out with that. But yeah, so far so good. This car's coming together nicely, and can't wait to get it on the road again. So take it easy, guys.